Hey YouTube, it's Andrew here from Before the Core. We've been promising this video for a while and finally here it is. So thanks for waiting, and without further ado, let's get right to it. We get asked all the time, hey, how has boot camp changed because of Corona? It seems like this stuff has been going on forever with no end in sight, and the Marine Corps has had to make plenty of adjustments over the last year. In this video, we're going to cover changes to boot camp, boot leave, graduation, and a whole lot more. This information is coming straight off of the depot, so stay tuned and check it out. As you already know, people across the whole country have taken numerous measures to adjust to various restrictions and safety concerns. Marine Corps basic training has been no exception. Recruit training has always been an environment where men and women from across the country come together for hard training and live in tight quarters. This has been challenging over the last year. Even during regular times, many new recruits come down with a cough known as the recruit crud within the first few weeks of training. In this video, we're going to break down exactly what measures Marine Corps Boot Camp has implemented throughout the training cycle and why they have been so successful in preventing Corona outbreaks. Starting from the MEP station all the way through graduation, many actions have been taken to protect recruits, drill instructors, permanent personnel, and the extended Marine Corps family of both recruit depots. Here we will discuss what those measures are, how they protect recruits, and what this means for poolies that are shipping in the coming months. If you're a recruit that's going to boot camp in 2021, check this video out. Before the Corps is made by Marines, for Marines, recruits, and our families. We love what we do and who we do it with, but we realize the Marine Corps isn't for everyone. We're here to help you see if the Marine Corps is right for you and right for your family. For those of you trying to decide if joining the Marines is the best move for you, or for those of you that are early in your Marine Corps journey, we break down every step of the process from seeing a recruiter through getting to the fleet and eventually leaving the Marine Corps. This includes enlisting, commissioning programs, boot camp, officer candidate school, MOS schools, and more. We provide a free background into the mission, history, values, and purpose of the Marine Corps. Before the Corps also provides the most comprehensive MOS and career library available anywhere. Check us out. So let's start with how shipping and MEPS has changed. MEPS stands for the Military Entrance Processing Station, the place that prospects go for various exams and screenings in all service branches and will finally swear into the military. In normal times, poolies head to MEPS, spend the night at a hotel, and then ship to their depot the next morning. Today, poolies will continue to be processed at their local MEPS prior to shipping to recruit training. An added measure is that recruiters and medical personnel at the MEPS stations will screen poolies for symptoms of COVID-19 prior to shipping in order to protect others they will encounter on their way to training. Poolies will still travel using commercial methods such as planes and buses to travel from their home. This travel will still be arranged by the recruiter. Shippers can bring their cell phone, charger, 2 books, and other items as directed by their recruiters with them, such as hygiene products. Females can and should bring feminine hygiene products. Many of your personal items, such as your cell phone, will be confiscated and secured upon arrival, but returned to you after the crucible. For a full list of what to bring, visit our site. Face masks are worn from the minute these poolies leave their rooms at the MEPS hotel through graduation from boot camp. Removed only when directed by drill instructors or other Marines, such as when eating, PTing, and in other as-needed cases. For poolies who conduct their training at Marine Corps Recruit Depot Parris Island, they'll ship first to Jacksonville, Florida, to begin a 2-week holding and quarantine period. Last summer, this was at the Citadel in Charleston, South Carolina, and in the fall, it was at Atlanta, Georgia. Those traveling to MCRD San Diego will arrive in San Diego, but will travel to a location off the depot for their holding period. These holding locations are just hotels that the Marine Corps has rented out. Think like a Holiday Inn or a Sheraton. Recruits will complete administrative and processing, such as setting up their bank account information so that they can get paid, and signing a life insurance policy known as SGLI. Then they'll be assigned to rooms with one other recruit to complete their quarantine. During these 2 weeks, poolies will have limited contact with one another and staff. This is in order to protect themselves from contracting the virus. They will have access to reading material and instruction provided by the staff to ensure that they are prepared to commence training. Once their 2 weeks is complete, poolies will be tested for the virus, and those who are cleared will board buses to complete shipping to the yellow footprints and start training. For some unlucky poolies who are positive for the virus at any point, they may be required to extend their quarantine period, which will delay their graduation. We will cover everything about the boot camp quarantine, its schedule, and answer many of your frequently asked questions in that video, which is coming out really soon. Once poolies arrive on their depot, they will complete receiving and processing like normal recruits do. They will arrive on the yellow footprints, receive speeches from the receiving DIs, and begin their intake process. Each new recruit will complete administrative tasks, undergo medical and dental screening, receive immunizations or shots, be issued their gear, and receive their weapon. Throughout this process, DIs will enforce strict social distancing and the wearing of face masks to protect recruits from possible infection. This is from the support staff or from each other. Recruits will additionally set up their squad bays to maximize space in between their racks or beds to ensure they do not sleep too close to one another. Each of these measures will be enforced to the maximum extent possible until life returns to normal. This point will continue as normal, and no graduation requirements or standards will be relaxed. At the completion of receiving and processing, recruits will await Black Friday to meet their DIs and officers. They will stage in their squad bays and will receive introductions from their company commander, series commander, then their platoon's senior drill instructor, and the rest of the DI team. Routine events are largely unchanged. Social distancing is enforced whenever possible, and both recruits and DIs are masked up the majority of the time. Due to the quarantine treatment of the depot as a bubble, extensive testing and constant screening, there's practically a 0% chance that anybody has COVID. The population of recruits and DIs is also not an at-risk demographic, as they're all physically fit people between 17 and 35 years of age on average. With all that said, let's cover the changes to the main routine events. BDR, the normal basic daily routine of platoons and their squad base, has remained largely unchanged. For morning lights, recruits are required to wear their face masks, but they will dress, make their racks, and clean their spaces as normal. During their morning hygiene, they will disperse and utilize the bathroom facilities in waves, so they do not unnecessarily enter one another's personal space. Chow. Recruits continue to eat in their regular chow hall to receive their hot meals every day. Emphasis has been made on proper hand washing, and self-service items have been limited to reduce any cross-contamination. Once recruits are provided their meals, they are required to sit staggered from each other so they are not sitting directly in front of another recruit. Classes. Academic instruction continues at a pace. To reinforce virus mitigation, many classes are conducted outdoors in covered areas, weather permitting. Other classes are conducted in groups as small as a platoon of 50 to 90 recruits instead of as an entire company, which can be upwards of 500 recruits. PT. During physical training, recruits are permitted to remove their face masks to prevent restrictions on their breathing. It protects recruits from injury due to airway restriction and allows them to get in better shape. Drill instructors still enforce social distancing as practical. However, the need to train recruits' endurance and strength makes the limited risk acceptable. Social distancing isn't possible during physical training events like MCMAP, sit-ups, etc. Drill. Close order drill will remain the embodiment of a recruit's growth and discipline and the cohesion of a platoon. Platoons still train drill in the normal fashion, in columns of 4. Key training events completed during the training cycle remain generally unchanged as well. Recruits will still receive quality training in water survival, close order drill, martial arts, and marksmanship to the same standard as pre-COVID recruits. They will also complete iconic events such as the confidence course, obstacle course, pugil sticks, and body sparring. It is significant to note none of these events have been waived, as the graduation requirements for recruits to earn the title of Marine remains exactly the same. Every graduate is still required to pass all fitness testing, academic testing, marksmanship evaluation, and personal appearance requirements. Field training to include basic warrior training and the Crucible continue unimpeded and failure to complete either of these events will result in recruits being dropped to another training company to repeat the event. Once recruits complete the Crucible, they will be allowed to access their cell phones, which were secured during the receiving process. Those who did not ship with their cell phones can have their phones shipped to them by a friend or family member. Since March of 2020, families have been prohibited from recruit training graduations to minimize virus transmission to Marine installations and personnel. Families can enjoy their Marine's proudest moment by watching the live streams on the MCRD Paris Island and MCRD San Diego Facebook pages, each graduation Friday. If families are unable to view it live, the videos are available at any time on the respective Facebook pages. DVids can also be used to view highlights from each graduation. The Facebook pages and DVids are linked below in the description. Following graduation, new Marines will be allowed base liberty on their depot. They will be allowed to call their families, purchase food and memorabilia, and relax before their departure to the School of Infantry. The 10-day block of leave, known as boot leave, is canceled indefinitely to protect Marines and training staff as graduates continue their training. This means the new Marines graduate on Friday and ship to their School of Infantry next. There is no leave at SOI, and the Marines' next stop will be MOS School and then their fleet unit. That completes our look into boot camp during COVID-19. If you have questions, feel free to drop them in the comments below or hit us up at @BeforeTheCorps on Instagram. Like and subscribe or share this video with friends in order to help our channel grow. We want to see you succeed and we'll be here to help you along your journey. Take care, guys. Bye for now.